Wait, this was in space and it was made of wood?
Dueling decades.
All right, Mancrush. Well, you pick up another point heading into our final 1 point round, and you still have control of the board. What category are we going with now?
Man, all right. Since you like music, let's go to the hot products round. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of music. All right. Once again, I don't have to wait for anything. So let's go July 22nd to the 25th of 1999, and this was the hottest ticket from the summer of 1999, hotter than a ticket to any wrestling show, that's for damn sure. This event, it was massive. The attendance was well into the hundreds of thousands, and it took place in an abandoned Air Force base in Rome, New York. Tickets for this one, tickets for all 3 days, matter of fact, were somewhere around $180 with fees, which is roughly $300 in 2021. So I don't know, $100 a day. It's kind of stiff, but I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. But if you couldn't make it to Rome, New York, you could always purchase Sucker on pay-per-view as well for the mere price of $29.95 per day or $59.95 for the entire weekend. You could watch it on pay-per-view. That's a bargain right there, right? Except you'd be the loser of all your friends that had to watch it on cable and not actually be there. We all know where I'm going with this one. It's Woodstock 1999. This is the complete antithesis of Woodstock 1969. I mean, you talk about hot. This weekend had temperatures like around 100 degrees. That said, water became the hottest product at the festival. You either paid $4 a bottle for water, or you started busting water fountains and pipes, which actually happened to gain some access to municipal water. And then that's where all the mud and all the other shit popped up. But most likely, you couldn't do anything else because most of the time, if you wanted a $4 bottle, you couldn't get money at the ATMs because they were basically all smashed and looted. So, but not to worry though, not to worry, because pretty much all the supply trailers that held anything that you needed for the weekend, those were also looted. So that shit was out there. However, they also set fire to that shit. So I don't know if you'd get any of that. I mean, after day 3, this place looked like a straight up war zone. Everything was smoldering. Cars, ATMs, tents, booths, speaker towers, stages, big rigs. Pretty much anything that could burn was burning at Woodstock 99. From what I've been told from my friends that actually went, day 1 and 2 were pretty decent. Like everything was mellow. You can get stuff. And then all of a sudden, from what my friend Brent told me, Korn closed out. I think it was night 2. And he said it was an amazing performance. And then he said it all went to shit from there. Started day 3. He said it was just fucking total annihilation. He ended up getting pelted in the head with a bottle filled with urine, which I guess was like the projectile of choice at Woodstock 1999, because everyone realized once Kid Rock told everybody to throw bottles on the stage, they realized that if it was filled with something, it went a lot further. So you couldn't get any water, so you just pissed in the damn thing. But this hot product, this has legs too, because since this concert was such a disaster, Woodstock 50 never took place in 2019 because, let's face the music here, no venue wanted any part of that shit.
Yeah.
But in 1999, this was the hottest of hot products. You got Woodstock 1999.
Wow. Right on. All right, Joe Findlay, what did you bring for the hot products round?
Oh, get ready for me to blow this out of the water. You want to talk about something based on something cool and only became crazier. I give you Willow, the video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, shit.
Released July 18th, 1989. It was based on the 1988 Ron Howard, George Lucas collaboration. The game basically has Willow traveling through a 2D world, very reminiscent of The Legend of Zelda. The world looks almost exactly the same. Just the landscape looks different. And he has to, travel around and take out his enemies in real time. It is another RPG. The really interesting thing about this game, though, that made it different from all the other kind of RPGs of its day, is there was no money in the game. Everything that you got in the game, you had to find or earn. So if you needed a specific weapon to beat a specific area of the game, you had to find it first, and that's how you went through the entire game. So it was named by IGN as one of the top 100 games of all time from the on the NES. So that's what I give you, is Willow, the video game.
Wild.
All right, guys. So my hot product this week is really hot and really out of this world. But first, a little backstory. So 5 years after the last Skylab mission, America's first space station its orbit began to deteriorate because of unexpected high sunspot activity. So on July 11th, 1979, Skylab made a spectacular return to Earth, breaking up in the atmosphere and showering down burning debris over the Indian Ocean in Australia. So the San Francisco Examiner then offered a prize of $10,000 to the first person who could deliver fallen debris from the space station to their offices. Now, at the time, that prize was worth about 8,852 Australian dollars, or the equivalent of 11,852 Australian dollars today. So let's look at an article from July 21st, 1979, where a headline reads, Australian youth wins Skylab prize. A NASA laboratory said Friday that charred nuggets recovered by an Australian teenager were indeed pieces of Skylab, a finding worth $10,000 to Stan Thornton, a 17-year-old trucker's helper. Thornton, who found the crumbly black nuggets in the backyard of his home and not in his underwear, flew into town with the treasure last week, but had to wait while it was authenticated. The 9 pieces, which are now 12 due to breakage from the journey from Australia to San Francisco, were described technically as dark charcoal-looking stuff. And they were actually parts from Skylab that were made from wood. The pieces were authenticated, and Stan Thornton was awarded his prize of $10,000. When asked what he'd do with the money, he just replied, probably go back home and go fishing. So I give you a $10,000 scavenger hunt, and the hottest thing in July, it's falling from the sky. It's pieces of Skylab.
Wait, this was in space and it was made of wood?
Pieces of it were made of wood. Now,
Jesus.
I chuckled at that, but then they just had the Richard Branson Virgin spaceship that came. Now, when that landed, if you notice the front wheel of that Richard Branson's Virgin shuttle that landed, it didn't have like a wheel on it. It had like a scraper. That was made of wood too.
Yeah,
so
but
yeah,
probably mahogany.
What do I know?
Yeah, they put wood on the spaceships. Who knew? Wow. All right, let's toss it over to our judges for the ruling on the hot products round.
I mean, dude, hands down, it's the Woodstock 99 story for real. Like, all my friends went to that. I wanted to go so bad, but we just couldn't go. And I mean, luckily, it just kind of, now looking back, it's kind of like the Fire Festival, except the band showed up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because, people were like, like doing slip and slide in actual human feces.
My friend said it was like Lord of the Flies when he was there.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, all the awesome bands played. I mean, Christ, you had so many great acts. Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Lady Peace, I think, was on it. Korn, Limp Bizkit, and that's when I think it started going nuts when Limp Bizkit played Break Stuff. Right.
Oh my! And actually, they try to calm everything down before that. He could have said it in a better way. I think he said, "Hey, all you assholes need to calm down a little bit." And then, of course, then they went into Break Stuff. But yeah, that's when they started to rip down all the plywood, and people are surfing on plywood, and the plywood is smashing people.
Wouldn't be, liable for anything that would happen afterwards.
Oh my God! What about you, Alex?
Gentlemen, I gotta say, Mancrush is he's crushing it right now. He came into this round. Well, I mean, let's take it back to before you guys brought anything up. This guy already knew what he was doing by buttering up the judges. Y'all know in a competition, you want to butter up the judges. This guy brought a musical event into the mix with 2 musicians, Space is cool. Nintendo 64, that's cool too.
There's music in that game.
Dude, Nintendo 64 didn't come out until We're talking about the 8-bit system.
Yeah.
NES.
Hey, look, same
That shit
shit,
was
different
fire.
toilet. All right. Woodstock.
No
Third
doubt.
time's the charm. There you go. There you have it.